Okay, Shannon, it's your turn to hold the camera.
I don't know how.
Oh, are we filming now?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm 15 for a moment, caught in between 10 and 20, and I'm just dreaming, counting the ways to where you are. I'm 22 for a moment, and she feels better than ever, and we're on fire, making our way back from Mars. 15, there's still time for you, time to buy and time to lose. 15, there's never a wish better than this, when you only got 100 years to live. I heard there was
Okay. My favorite things about Heidi are that she always makes me feel better when I'm sad, and in my room I have a whole box full of notes that Heidi's written me to make me feel better. And I also love that she's not afraid to laugh at herself, which brings me to my favorite memory of Heidi, which is, I know I'm gonna laugh so much, when we worked together at Studio 105, and we... So I can't see her face. There we go. Well, she was the person who did the vacuuming. See, the plug thingy was really up high. So she'd have to stand on the stairs and kind of leap up and plug it in. And one time, she just didn't quite make it. It kind of fell down the stairs a little bit.
She tied you to her kitchen chair.
Kind of sad, but also my favorite memory of Heidi.
And from your lips she drew
We're your friends. Things I like about Heidi, oh thank you, is that she always looks for the positive outcome of a situation, and that makes me feel happy because it makes me not think of what bad could happen out of anything. It's just what good can come out of it, and that it's shining my eyes. Sorry. Keep it rolling, Kathy. And that you always know that she's going to be there for you. No matter how long you haven't talked or anything, you always know that she's going to be there wherever you are and however far away you are from her. And one of my favorite memories is I was aiming correctly. I think it was regional band, and it went a little overboard on the laughter and the giggling, and she kind of fell on the floor and started that was Florida, and she fell on the floor and started laughing for like 2 hours straight, and then she kept snorting, and that made her laugh more, and then that was yeah, that was a good one. Oh wait, go back to me. Also on that trip, she forgot to mention that Heidi fell down laughing, not in our room, but in the hallway, right in front of the elevator, that then opened to include our band director and a bunch of other band students. Which just made the situation so much better. And then there's one of my one of my favorite quotes, which was at another band trip, and that was when she was on the bench. She was really quiet. And every breath we drew is hallelujah. Oh wait, no, I have another quote for Heidi. Okay. Well, another, this is, famous Heidi quote is, if you're not getting along with someone. Sorry, keep going. Sorry. You need to leave your ego at the back of the bridge. If you have a problem with someone, and then you need to build a bridge, get over it, and leave your ego at the back of the bridge. And don't just towpath. Go all out for the bridge. And don't just walk. Run. Oh. Okay. Two things that. No. Two things that I like about Heidi. The first thing is her empathy for others. She always wants to help people, and she always, sympathizes with your situation, and you always feel like she really, really cares. I don't like looking at the camera. I'm nervous.
Okay, you don't have to, Shannon. It's all right.
You always know that she really cares about you. The second thing that I really admire about Heidi is her faith. She has absolute, unshaken faith that I can't even imagine. Like, it's beyond my comprehension. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I love her for it. My favorite memory of Heidi is actually the spring when we went to her stay. And for like 2 hours we walked around and we talked about the future and faith and something we were scared of, and it was the closest I've ever felt to you. It was wonderful. Or just Heidi. Not you, the camera.
Shannon, we know you like to touch the camera, but
that's another one. So that's my favorite memory of Heidi. And also when Tyler walked in on her at Alyssa's house in the bathroom, that was so funny. And it turned, Tyler!
yeah, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed.
My favorite thing about Heidi, one of them is the way that she always listens to me, and she remembers things, like, insane. I'll tell you things like 3 weeks ago that I forget about, and then you remember them, and you always help me work through my problems, through everything that happened last year. And I really, really appreciate everything that you did, because you just helped me get through the hardest times of my year last year. And my favorite memories of you are in physics in first period, which you weren't going to take, and I convinced you to take first period physics with me. And, let's see, the trebuchet, when you got hot glue on your hands, and then I got a really bad burn, and then I got it on my
2 a.m. and she calls me 'cause I'm still awake. Can you help me?
Amy is one of my closest friends in the world, and I've known her since elementary school. And there have been so many good times, good memories, and it's so hard to pick just one thing that I like about her so much. And one thing is that her humor, because we have the exact same sense of humor, I believe, and all the sarcasm and Simpsons jokes and
someone get leave. Okay.
And she can always make me laugh at the worst possible time. And the other thing I like about her is just how she can always help you through it. If you have any issue at all, she knows how to give you the exact right answer that you need at the right time. And some of my favorite memories are, well, one thing I can never forget is going to be how she kind of got the ball rolling on my birthday present, my junior year's iPod, which though the material
short-lived.
The thought of how she got that together for me just made me so happy and so thankful that I have her for a friend. And also all the years of high school that we went through with Mr. Sean and Mr. Fleming and writing those notes on our paper that we did before, and I miss so much, and I still
Penny the hamster. Got a hard act to follow, Bauer.
Okay, alright, my favorite things about Amy are how she's not afraid to stand up for herself, and she gets things done. I really admire that, because that's not me at all, but I hope to aspire to that. And my favorite memory of you, you're going to say it's lame like the other one that I had, but it was when we were meeting in 10th grade. It was the last day of school in 10th grade.
And I kept falling.
And, yeah, that. And on the way home, we kept saying how glad we were that school was over. Then all we did was go home fast. Mr. Fleming was, oh, driver's ed in 10th grade. That's my favorite memory.
No, you took my memory. No, that's not fair.
Okay, fine, that's not my memory.
And your mom turned your sister into drive faster.
No, it's my sister who said it. That's
that's what I meant.
So, that's
Okay.
my memory.
Oh, who's going next?
Okay, 2 things I like about Amy. The first thing that I like about Amy is that she's willing to be assertive for me. Because when I go to restaurants with her, I'm afraid to ask for more water and clean fork and stuff. She does that for me. So I'm glad that Amy is assertive, not just for herself, but for me. Another thing I like about Amy is that she always stands up for her friends. Even when they're wrong, she supports them, because sometimes even when your friends are wrong, they need to feel supported. And then later she helps you, figure out that you weren't quite so right. She can be very frank and honest. She can hurt a lot, but and it's always helped me find perspective. And my favorite memory, well, I was gonna say 105 cleaning, how I could talk between cleaning and stuff. It was a lot of fun. But Florida was probably pretty much the top of that, where we got to laugh and giggle a lot. But since I've already been taken, I'll go with our night drive. Whenever Amy and I would clean, or after a party or something, we have our own car, I would drive home a lot. We were talking in the car about anything and everything. She had really good life conversation. I miss those. And she was like,
Go close to the fire.
I like that Amy is really sure of herself. And I admire it so much in other people, because I feel like I lack it. And I really admire when someone, I don't know, is so, just like how you said, assertive, and really I feel like you're a strong person, and I admire that. Another thing I admire is that you're a WVU fan. Even though you don't go to WVU, it's so cool. And I come to your house and it's decorated WVU, and
you can't see the WVU
your mom's
thing.
wearing everybody in your family is wearing jerseys. I think that's so fun. And my favorite memory would be cider pressing. That weekend, actually, that day is one of my favorite memories. Of any memories I have, I was so happy that day, and that was such a fun time. And I'm really thankful that we got together that day.
Aww. What I love about Kathy is that she is pretty much the happiest person I know, and it's so fun to make her laugh. And I love how open she is with compliments, and how she's just someone who if she thinks she look pretty someday, she's gonna say, "Oh, you look really pretty today." And it's just she always makes me feel better about myself. And I just have so many memories of her, just all the way back from consciousness class in 3rd grade, when we used to stay in from recess and stuff the computer scores.
I wanna be
we were a little bit of teacher's pet, just a little bit. Okay. And I just have so many memories of her from the beach.
on you, honey. That's the top of your head. You're Shannon. Okay. Thank you, Shannon.
Okay. From the beach, because she goes to the beach with me every year, and it's always so much fun. And one of my favorite memories is charades, because we always have so much fun playing charades. And one of you doesn't actually involve her, but when our friend Greg, champion charades player that he is, had some trouble acting out Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Might have been the funniest moment of my life. Spirit, Horseballs of the Cimarron. Thank you.
My next? Yes. Let's see. I like that Kathy's always so giggly and upbeat. I see her sad maybe once ever. And I just love how you're always happy. And it makes me happy. And
I'm happy that you're happy that I'm happy.
And again with the compliments thing, I agree with what Amy said. You can't feel both of them. Hey, I can feel the giggly one. You never meant to giggle. And what else do I love about Kathy? I just love how happy you are, and you're so fun to be around. And my favorite memory of us is that time in 11th grade when we went to see that movie. And I hit somebody's car, and the car hit the side. That's a memory of you. And I was freaking out because I didn't know what to do, but you talked me through it. We left that car. You told me to run. No, No, I was like seriously freaking out.
And acting because she's a kid.
It's just one of my favorite memories. And then I believe we also bought the jumbo popcorn. And like 3 bags of candy and huge sodas that like could have made a river probably. And we ate like very little of it. And it was amazing. And yeah.
Oh, thank you. Give me a little chair.
Okay.
Hurry up, later.
My favorite things about Kathy are that she is 100% supportive of her friends. Because I sat next to her in symphonic band, and I was really bad, and she was very patient with me, and she never criticized my poor ability to play. She just helped me figure out parts I couldn't understand, and she never seemed angry or upset, even though I know she's probably very frustrated. That's one thing. The second thing is her laughter. She's infectious with her happiness. And my favorite memory of Kathy is well, she had a lot of sleepovers, and I liked all of them. But there was one sleepover where we played Mad Gap.
Oh God!
And she got the word white elephant.
I'm gonna cut this off.
She couldn't say it. She said white tail elephant.
It was hard.
White tail elephant. And seriously, she sat there like it was minutes. And then she had the red cross. It was red cross. And she was like, the red cross. The red cross. The red cross. It was really, really funny. It cracked me up.
I'm gonna go cry now. Now moving.
Okay.
My roomie.
First of all, like we make a lot of jokes about like my split, and like I know that she knows that I'm kidding, but like what I don't say enough is how thankful I am that she's my roommate, and like how much I love her, because like I don't think I would have gotten through this year and like a lot of times this semester without her, and like I'm so glad that she's my roommate. And the first thing I like about her is, as everyone said, her happiness. Like I feel like I can't be unhappy around Kathy because she's just she makes me smile all the time. And the second thing is her kindness, and she's always thinking of other people, and like I owe her a lot of money right now, and like she's totally good about it. Like whatever, and like she encourages me to eat a lot and get fat, and like she's like cares about her friends so much to the point where like she'll drive them like a slave driver at the gym. Because she wants them to be healthy and happy and good, and she's just a really good person. And my favorite memory of Kathy is one time, I've told this story so many times, I love it. We were studying for a really long time in the study room, and then we had all this stuff to carry back to the room, and Emma was with us, and Kathy had her arms full, and she was like, oh, I need the room key. And as everyone knows, Kathy is very ticklish, so Emma had to go in Kathy's pocket and get the room key, and Kathy kept like backing away and just laughing hysterically. It took Emma like 10 minutes to get the key from her.
How many special people change?
Two things I like about Emily are, first of all, she can make anything a funny situation. And I love that when I would get like a bad grade on a test, she'd be like, oh, F it, you know? Class is stupid, you don't need that. It was always really funny because it made me feel like even if I was like completely nerve-wrackingly like, oh man, I'm totally, you know, flunking or something, she was always really kind. She can find the happy part of stuff. And the second thing I like about her is that she is very funny and lighthearted, and she can make you laugh. Is that the first one too? Anyway.
No.
Okay, good. And my favorite memory of Emily is when, I think it was 11th grade? 10th grade. It was 10th grade. We had a sub, and like, I don't know, she and Shannon and Sarah Sager, I think, went crazy with these staplers. They found they were like stapling history books together, and they were laughing hysterically. I thought it was really creepy.
I'm still laughing hysterically about it.
It was pretty funny. That's my favorite memory.
Oh,
That and we walked around the neighborhood together a lot. That was fun.
that was fun.
Okay. What I love about Emily is that she is such like an open, nice person, and like her just sweet nature makes people so drawn to her, and it makes it like so easy for her to make friends. And she's just so nice to everyone. It's ridiculous. And she's also so freaking pretty that it's really, really obnoxious most of the time. But on the other hand, it's really cool because I can be like, hey, I'm friends with that really pretty girl. And one of my favorite memories of Bauer is we had driver's ed together right before we had Mr. Fleming's class. So we had many times where, you know, the person in the front would be driving and Bauer and I would be in the back seat where we were where we were supposed to be like observing the person driving, but instead we had these flashcards out for like whatever insanely hard test we had in Mr. Fleming's next period. And what was his name? Coach Smith? Smith. Like learned way too much about us. Way too much about how much we hated Mr. Fleming. And
the pool party, he still teases me about the pool party.
Yeah, and he heard that we had plans to have a pool party the last day of school, so he kept saying he was going to make us come in for driver's ed.
There's only 20 seconds.
Go. Okay. Like I said, the first thing I like about Bauer is how accepting she is of like everybody. And like Amy said, like it's really easy for her to make friends because you just feel like she accepts you no matter what, and it's really a good feeling. And the other thing is that she's really, really easy to talk to. And she's one of those people when she asks like how you're doing or how the school is, like she really, really cares and wants to hear the answer. And like she does that little thing where when you're talking, aww, and you just like feel like you're really sympathizing. Oh, that's true. And my favorite memory of Bauer, oh my gosh, I've never since 4th grade. I have so many memories. Mr. Smith's class was amazing, doing Sudoku and for the first time in my life cheating on tests. I'm the last time I
cheating
that.
openly,
like the entire class except Kat. And I don't know, I have so many memories. And in 4th grade we used to ask her always to do cartwheels and back handsprings on the playground.
I remember that.
And so those are my favorites.
Aww.
Okay, my favorite thing about Bauer is that she's so friendly, and so, like, I won't take your Shannon, but I agree with every single thing that Shannon said. I thought they were great friends. And she's so friendly because you can call her on the phone, and anybody you go up to, you're just so nice to them, and I just think that's so great, because I'm too shy with, like, just going up to people and, like, I don't know, I just really admire. And the second thing is how I can be completely goofy with you, and like you don't judge people or anything. You just are goofy along with them, so you don't have to be reserved about anything. And I just love it. And some of my favorite memories is one was the car thing, and you just I didn't have anything to do with you leaving that car. You really crashed into another vehicle. Oh, and then you had like a purple van, I think?
Yeah.
It had like white on it, and you tried to convince your parents that you hit a bush.
No, somebody hit me!
Okay, and another favorite memory is when we were at the movies, and you loaded like half a bucket of popcorn down your bra and then tried to eat it out because you could not make it into your mouth. That's so true.
Maybe I'm amazed at the way you
What I love about Shannon is that she's so sincere when she's talking about people. She has no reservations whatsoever to say what she really thinks. And I just really admire that because I think I'm a lot more reserved than she is. And also, your sense of humor. I love your sarcasm and all those funny things that you just come up with to do. And my favorite memories of Shannon are from 4-H, probably. That first summer that you went to 4-H camp. And we read Calvin and Hobbes out on the grass all day long, pretty much, for like one day. And just being there, and it was fun. And then Team Leader Weekend was amazing, of course. And we gotta move from the fire. The light is dying! And yeah, I just love Shannon because she's fun to be around.
She is my roomie and the best roommate ever, and I couldn't have even imagined anybody else, and I wouldn't even thought we ended up being roommates. I'm just so happy because I couldn't be with anybody else, and she just makes me so happy all the time. Okay, and the things I actually like about Shannon.
As opposed to the roommate thing, things I actually like about it.
Abby, talk slowly. We don't want another video diary. Wait, you call signs boring and it took a crazy. It felt really, really, really fast. Signs are boring? Science is boring! Okay, am I going? Okay. What I love about Shannon is, like, her outlook on life is, like, she can be, like, just so practical about things. And just, like, so, like, well, you know, this is the way things are. Like, we just have to deal with it. And instead of just, like, getting really emotional or, like, freaking out about things. And so I really admire that in Shannon. And I also like her, even though, like, this seems to be everyone's, but, like, I love her sense of humor and, like, how she can just laugh about, like, random things, or just, like, random things she'll say that are just so ridiculous and out there that just are so funny. Like, one time when she, like, spilled Skittles on herself and just, like, grabs them and even goes, "It's okay, guys, I shower every day." Or, like, I think, like, one of the most ridiculous conversations I had with Shannon is also my favorite memory of Shannon is, we were going to see Tiffany in the Nutcracker, and we were all riding in the car together, and I was ranting because, these people I had babysat stayed me in Sacramento. I went on and on about them. Like, they were thinking, oh yeah, she'll really appreciate this because I look like an Indian. I was going to, like, this whole elaborate story about how the reason I got to go see Tiffany in the Nutcracker was because I had a one-day pass off the reservation for Christmas. And, like, I remember, like, I wasn't even really good friends with Shannon there, and I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, this girl is so hilarious. And that's why I love Shannon. Yeah, I'm ready now. Okay, I'm ready to continue. Science is boring.
There's not! Okay. Oh, you were in science, you want to be an animal, and you have to get something like Okay, one thing I love about Shannon is that you can feel any way. You can feel bad or...
Oh wait, I remember the other thing. Okay, I remember, like, the first time that I became Shannon's live journal friend is that she's just the most amazing, beautiful writer ever. And I remember thinking, like, her live journal should be, like, published. Just because they were, like, I don't know, like, they were, like, reading poetry. It was really nice.
Being interrupted. Okay, well, you can...
Says the whore.
You can realize who's reading it. Let me finish! Okay, you can feel sad or happy anyway, and you can pick out the right kind of music and say the exact right thing that can just turn it around, and any way you feel, you'll just feel happy and glad to be doing what you want to do. And I love how if you're ever upset about a grade or anything, I can come home and know that my roommate's gonna make me feel better and tell me not to dwell, and then stop it! And you just make me feel so good, and I'm so glad that I got to be with somebody for my roommate in college that makes me feel so good and so good about myself. And another thing that I learned is that we can talk about things in the middle of the night when we're supposed to be asleep, and then we're both wide awake and we know it, and then we just start going off on these rants about religion and anything, and I can just talk to you about anything. And so my favorite memories are the cuddle fest that we had together. And also when just happened when Shannon was going through Shepherdstown, and she was being a bit of a reckless driver and almost hit a person, but luckily that person was a sign and nobody saw it. And she said this picture of her, I love her, and I hope you can be really subscribed. Aww. Okay, this will be good.
Alright, the first thing that I like about Shannon is that she is very insightful. And I noticed this in her writing a lot and in her live journals and stuff, how she can pick up things that I would never have thought about at all. It's very good, it's so creative. And I like what she makes me think. And the second thing about Shannon is that she makes me feel like it's okay to be afraid of things and that I'm not abnormal. Well, I mean, I know I'm weird, but she makes me feel like there are lots of other weird people there.
Hold on a second. just so you know, it is abnormal to be afraid of like coaches and shepherd sounds because there could be a creepy man.
There could be a creepy man behind them.
That is an abnormal fear.
No, it's not. They're dark. Great. Anyway. So my favorite memory of Shannon, I was gonna say our walk on the sea in Okinawa, but since that's our December for me, my favorite memories were AP Psychology when we would just sit and talk about stuff and sad,
Amazing. Yeah.
funny, and just enjoy ourselves. And,
You turned green once.
yeah, you turned green once.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my AP Psychology memories.
Come true. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you really wanna live forever, forever, forever? Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old and older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia.
I sing this song all the time.
Mountain Mama.
Yeah, but you actually stay in West Virginia when you go to college.
All my memories
Gather round her,
my lady,
in the water. Painted on the sky, misty days of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, I hear a voice in the morning, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Down the road I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
I'm your favorite.